Although I've been away for 7 months, hard out filming the Book of Boba. Ooh, fight scenes, makeup. The one thing I've really missed is this hidden gem. Here in my hometown, Rotorua. The Polynesian spa. Come on, New Zealand, try something new. There are no words.
Oh.
Go Tigers, 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 go Tigers.
I am hooked. Binge watching The Mandalorian. Oh my God.
Easy with that.
Unbelievable. It's on Disney. Check it out for yourself. I actually think it's better than the Star Wars movies. Just great.
Partying is cool. Dying is not.
こんにちは。ボンボットファミリーと私たちのライブ放送へようこそ。私たちはあなたの視聴とリスニングの喜びのための素晴らしいショーを持っています。今あなたのホストスコッティ・ジェイロとジェリー・ケーブルにステイ・ボンバードを楽しんで覚えておいてください。
Welcome to the Bombad Cast.
What is up, Bombad fam? It's your boy, the Cannon Junkie. And listen, Scotty is away on Bombad assignment. He is off in the I think like Scotty, where are you? The Maldives, Scotty's off on some rich people vacation right now. Trying to escape, just escape from life, escape from everything right now. And by George, I believe he's doing it. And you know what, George, I'm talking about. Star Wars. All right, guys. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh, you guys are already trying to you're already trying to push my buttons here in the best way possible. So thank you. Yes. BOMBAD. It's a really good country song. I believe that's what that's from. Anyway, guys, welcome to yet another Bombad Thursday. Again, I am your boy, the Cannon Junkie. And here at the Bombad Cast, we do more than just this show. If you would like, you can check out every Wednesday, I believe around 8 Central Time, my boy Scotty J-Ro playing through any number of games. I think he's been playing through Lego Star Wars recently. And of course he's this week because again, Scotty's off on his yacht. He hasn't really, I don't think he did Bombad Gaming from the game room of said yacht, because I think that the Wi-Fi was spotty that day. So it'll be fine though. Bombad Gaming will return, fear not. But until it does, here you are tonight with the Bombad Cast, the main show that we do here, our namesake. This is why we're here. And boy, Bombad fam, do we have a fantastic show for you tonight. We have, for one thing, I've got a good friend of the Bombad Cast and just me and Scotty in general, joining me to co-host. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead let's go ahead and bring them in. Guys, gals, non-binary pals, please welcome again to the Bombad Cast for the, I believe, second time, Andy from Force Friends Rewatch. Andy, how you doing?
What is going on with your intro? I shared this on like my personal social medias and stuff. Like, what is going on with your show's intro? Every time I come here, it gets more unhinged. Who's the dude watching The Mandalorian? Who is he?
That is Gene Simmons.
Oh my God. I thought it was like Scotty's dad or something.
No, it has such big old man energy. I love it because he's sitting there. He even does the throat clear. He does the
camera steady.
Oh. Like, I'm watching The Mandalorian. I think it's better than the Star Wars movies. like the throat clear is what gets me.
Who is the Asian gentleman?
Wait, where?
Who rattles off? I don't know if it's Japanese.
Okay, so we paid someone on Fiverr. They do like a Japanese voiceover, and we pay like this one right here.
こんにちは。ボンボットファミリーと私たちのライブ放送へようこそ。私たちはあなたの視聴とリスニングの喜びのための素晴らしいショーを持っています。今あなたのホストスコッティ・ジェイロとジェリー・ケーブルに Stay Bombad を楽しんで覚えておいてください。
That one, right?
Yeah.
It gets more unhinged, and like look at this. We got Half Moth bringing back an inside joke from last week, I believe. Let's rock the Clovis. Careful, the hand that rocks the Clovis.
You guys are amazing.
I don't know how to finish that.
Anyway, you asked me how I'm doing. I'm doing great.
How are you?
Yeah. This has been like a wild week for me, like podcast wise. So I'm glad that I'm like tapping it off right here.
Look, we got Chase. Let's go, Andy. Hello there. Welcome, Chase. Thank you for joining us. Would you like to I don't know if you want to share. You want to share like what's kind of been going on, like I think you've been getting some accolades or something.
I have,
if I'm correct. So please go off.
So exactly 7 days ago,
full screen.
Oh, thank you. Look at me. Look at
You're
that
welcome.
face. Oh,
look at Andy.
7 days ago, we had E.K. Johnson come on Force Friends. The episode hasn't dropped yet, but we recorded it 7 days ago, and I'm very, very excited about how fun that episode was, and I can't wait for people to hear it. Then Sunday, I found out that my horror podcast, Good Neighbors, it's an actual play podcast, won an Audioverse Award, and I personally won an Audioverse Award for my performance on it. So that was really, really cool. It was really nice to get that sort of like validation for your work. It was pretty neat. If you have not listened to Force Friends, we just dropped the finale on Monday. So there's 63 episodes. It's not a big commitment to jump in and listen. And the day before our finale aired, we won some really cool awards. So that was super exciting. And then here I am now. So it's just been like a whirlwind week. I'm on one of my favorite shows tonight. Had a really cool guest on my one show. My other show just finished. So it's been like a wild week.
Yeah, look at Pete. Pete is in the chat. Oh, the Podfather is here giving his congrats. Pete. That's fantastic. No, seriously, that's such an awesome accomplishment and everything. And what What a week to go from winning an award, like having an award-winning podcast, to then coming on this podcast, this show, this whatever this is,
and finishing it.
Right.
Yeah,
Finishing the week.
wild.
Finishing the week strong. Week?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we Michael here from All Remaining Systems. Bombay Cast is eternally unhinged, and I love it. It's just kind of like that's the energy. That's the energy, and it's fine. So, but I'm glad you're here, Andy. I'm glad you're here with me.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to be here, and it's good to be talking about Celebration. I feel like sometimes when I guest places, sometimes they like bring me on for like a very specific topic, which can get heavy, or sometimes I just make it heavy because that's the sort of like person I am. But like Celebration is such like a chill vibes. I'm rocking my Lando Hawaiian shirt. Like,
I love it. I've
been pre-gaming quite a bit. Only good vibes tonight.
Hell yeah. There you go. Yeah. Cheers. Hey, by the way, everybody, get your drinks. We're going to cheers. Okay. Like, there we go. There we go. All right. Cheers. What are you drinking tonight, Andy, by the way?
Just bourbon. Nothing fancy. Just
bourbon.
Wait, am I allowed to cuss here?
Yo, you can. Yeah. Fuck
okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Just
Sorry,
shitty bourbon.
Scotty.
Not good bourbon. Scotty's
Awesome.
not here, so I can say bad words.
Yeah, we can say the bad language words. It's okay. Yeah, I have a canned cocktail, a local canned cocktail from a local brewery in town. Actually, it's New Holland Brewery. I live in Holland, Michigan. Don't come kill me. All you murderers out there. I know I'm a hot commodity, but anyway, this is it's blueberry lemonade, gin blueberry lemonade.
Nice.
It's very, very, very good. I've already had one, as you can tell from me slurring the word already. And so I'm ready to go. We got it going. Let me see here. There was something I was going to bring up from the chat, I think. What do we got
Boop
here?
is here, so it's a party now.
Boop is shit's about to go down. Howdy from Vacation
Yeah.
Boop. Is Vacation Boop anything? Anybody? Are you familiar with The Office at all, Andy? Like, do you like? Are you an Office fan, or yes or no?
I left when Michael did. When Michael left the show, I tried to stick around and I couldn't keep with it, and I don't think that show has aged well. It was very funny when I was in middle school.
Yeah,
and then when I've like kind of gone back to it, I was like, oh yeah, I think I.
Yeah, well, I can't remember if Florida Stanley was before or after Michael Scott. I think it might have been after, but Florida or Vacation Stanley, Florida Stanley.
Nice.
That is what Boop is. Boop is where'd you go, Boop? There you are. Yeah, Vacation Boop and Florida Stanley are a vibe. That's all I'm saying.
Ronnie just let me up in the chat too. Jesus.
What we got? Woo, look at this. You're the best. A weekend of Star Wars, May 4th. Look at that. Before May the 4th. My goodness. Here we go.
Chase looks like they're about to drop an album in that picture.
They really do. Look at this.
God. Yeah, I love it.
Just look at that. That is like the first solo record right there that someone does. That is what that is. That's what that picture is. It's fantastic. I love it. Okay. So we're here to talk about Celebration.
Let's talk about Celebration.
Right? So what I think we have done is Andy has made a list of their favorite moments from the last Celebration. And again, you guys know how I am. I don't do homework well. And I have a child, so I didn't get my list made like I was supposed to. But we're gonna talk about Andy's list. I'm gonna chime in with some of my memories as well. And we have Andy shared a few pictures with us, and if it's okay with you, again, we'll share whatever you want me to. Just tell me what you want and I'll pop it up there. If there's like a picture that goes with any story or anything like that.
No idea.
Okay, cool.
No idea.
Put them in the order you sent
random.
me, so we can just I can pull them up. But let's go ahead though. Let's dive in deep tonight, guys. I didn't ask you guys. Tell us what you're drinking in the chat. Come on, tell us what you're drinking. Let us know. You can cheers with us too. It's fine. But with all that being said, Andy, what is your first memory that you'd like to share with us from Celebration? I believe you have 10, correct?
Yeah. So I've written up 10 things here, and just to give like my accolades. Celebration Chicago was my first celebration, but I've been going to Comic-Cons 16 years now, 15 years about that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I've made some of my like best friends at conventions. I met Mark, who's going to be in my wedding at Wizard World Philly in like 2014.
That's fantastic.
I met my fiance Evan at New York Comic Con, is where we first met. This last KatsuCon, I made a bunch of new friends who I've gotten really close with. So I've been going to cons a long time. I would say it's a big part of like what Evan and I do for fun as a couple. We love going to cons together. That's awesome. Celebration is really weird compared to other conventions. It is very, very different. So I went in with a very like clear expectation of like, oh, this is Comic-Con, but Star Wars. And it's very different than that. It is very strange. So these are just some of the like things that I loved, and I tried to pick things that like I thought were really different than your standard convention. So the first thing I put is the Celebration store. And if there's a picture of me hugging a loth wolf,
I was gonna say I know just the picture to bring up for this one. Here we go.
Yeah. So the Celebration store, if you've been to any other comic book convention, there's usually a booth selling merch of the con, and it's some like overpriced t-shirts that are really low quality and they're like $35. And maybe there's like some totes and like mugs with like the logo of the con. The Celebration store is not that. The Celebration store has a long ass wait to get in, and it is worth waiting for. If you do not be turned off by the long line, wait in that line.
Wait in the line. It's definitely worth it. It definitely is.
The merch there is awesome. I mean, obviously we're all Star Wars fans here. We love our merchandise. There's really unique stuff that is only made for Celebration. You cannot get it anywhere else. And then it's gone forever. And there's cool stuff in the line, like giant wolves that you can just hug. So like this was
like a plush one as well, right? Like it was they had small versions of this, right? But then they had this giant one, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes, you are correct. Yeah. Okay. It was very, very cool. Absolutely, like bring the spending money. Bring the spending money. Go to the Celebration store. To this point about the Celebration store, at a lot of Comic Cons, there's something called Artist Alley, and it's usually stuff that is really unique that like artists, like it's like bespoke goods, like it's stuff that artists have handcrafted. You can't get it other place. Like it is, these people set up their table at the con and you can get it there, and like you can't like find it on Amazon. A lot of Celebration, all of the like merch dealers are selling officially licensed Lucasfilm goods. So if you're like a big action figure collector or something like that, like or a Lego collector or a pop collector, if you're looking for your Holy Grail, you're going to be able to find it out there on the floor somewhere. Someone out there has it. But if you're not,
it is. Go ahead. I was just going to say, like, it is. Seriously, you're not lying. Like it is. Like I don't think I've ever seen. I've seen things that I've never seen, like in real life, that I've only seen on the internet.
Yeah,
on that floor. And it's all there. There's so much. The first day especially. You know.
So like, if you're not into that sort of stuff though, like if you're not into like action figure collecting, or if you're not into like the official merch that you could, you know, theoretically find elsewhere, the Celebration store is going to be the store that you want to hit up.
Yeah, to remember your time and things like that. I mean, again, they have a lot of stuff that's not like branded, I think, as like Celebration, whatever, you know, like I got like a Death Star succulent planter and everything that I have. Like I put pins and stuff. It's my catch-all. Right.
This is Lando's shirt.
Here, hold on.
Let's Solo.
Let me pull you up there.
I got it at the Celebration store, you know?
I think so, it's very sold out so quick. Like at least my size sold out very quick, because I remember wanting that one in particular. Look at that. Get it.
Your kids still dab? I don't know.
I think that do kids, do you still dab out there? I'm only 35, but I'm also, holy shit, I'm 35, you know. So
I got a patch of BB-8 made out of pizza.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
There's so much that like, and let me see. I'm trying to think of what other pictures I should pull up for you here, because there's everything is Star Wars. Like here, look at this. We got a BB-8 car right there. I forgot what type of car that was.
That's my co-host car.
That's your co-host
car?
That
is Ryan of Force Friends car.
No way. Yeah. That's so awesome.
Yeah, so that's another point I have. But for merch, go to the Scarif table.
Oh, yes. Okay. Let me see here.
So if you are into any sort of Star Wars gaming or Star Wars action figures, there's going to be a lot of preview stuff available at Celebration for you to like look at. And I'm a big Legion player. I love Star Wars Legion. And the Rogue One stuff was just like coming out and getting announced. And they set up a giant Battle of Scarif with a bunch of the new figurines. I love that there's like the Star Tours shuttle flying by. But as someone who loves that tabletop game, to get to see the pieces like so lovingly displayed, and like all of the buildings and terrain was handmade by players.
Right.
It's not like professionally done. You know, I could theoretically, like, that's the sort of skill I have to make this table. Like, I could have made this table. So to see it displayed by like hobbyists was really neat. They didn't get the like professional crafters, you know, to like put it all together and put it on display. They got like fans to do it, and I thought that was super cool. I have like 20 pictures of this table. I was obsessed.
It's really cool.
If you want to see those previews of stuff, they're out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like, if I remember correctly, that was also a thing too. Yeah, the fans built it, but that was like a activity you could do.
Yeah,
as well. Like you could build if you could see. I might pull it up again. If you could see, it looks a little like puzzle pieces almost. You could build a section of this diorama, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was just such a cool thing.
They would like walk you through how to like build terrain, and they would have you contribute to this massive Scarif battle that they were like putting together. It was really neat. It was very, very
absolutely incredible. It's just again, like you said, the love and the detail that goes into it was just, and I didn't do that, but like I walked past that table many times and it just kept growing and growing and growing. Cause again, like people were coming and like building their pieces and they were adding it to it. It was a huge table. It was huge.
If I had sat down, I would not have gotten back up. So I I waited till it was done, and then I went and took pictures, because I just would have been like, "Babe, you're on your own.
Just you go have fun. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here now. Okay."
So my second
fantastic.
Thing that is different from other cons, a thing that you need to go check out is the huge sets. So I believe this started with the German set builders kind of branch of the 501st Legion at a long past celebration, but now it's part of like every celebration. These crazy enthusiasts, they're just fans, build massive replica sets that you can like walk up to, take pictures on. My favorite was the Millennium Falcon.
Here we go.
2019.
Here we go. I got a picture right here. There we go. Check that out.
They had the Lando version from Solo, a Star Wars Story, and then they had the A New Hope version. And they had the hallway and the kitchen and the chess set. And that's my friend Bobby, who we were internet friends. We had never met in person until Celebration in Chicago.
That's awesome.
He was a friend of a friend, and we became internet pals and started playing Star Wars video games together, like religiously.
Oh, nice.
And it was so cool to get to meet him at Celebration and hang out and cosplay together.
Right. Oh man, that's so. And those sets are amazing. I didn't get to go into those because the line was very long. I was going doing other things. Hey, Mark, good to have you. But like you had this, and let me pull up. But I don't know if let's see if this really counts or anything. But you also had like people building like this. This tank was just like on the floor.
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, so that absolutely counts. Bobby's
Yeah.
Twitter, by the way, is man_of_feels. I feel like I gotta shout him out. And
Oh,
then that's my fiance as Cassian on there. And just a member of the 501st was in the tank armor, just hanging out, and you could take pictures with him, and he'd let you like climb up onto the tank. I met Timothy Zahn just hanging out there. So we like, talked for a little bit. Yeah, he was just like chilling by the tank. But like this sort of thing is not at other conventions. If you go to Wizard World Philadelphia, you are not going to see like lovingly made sets by fans. Maybe at like if you go to California Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con kind of started doing this thing a little bit, but it was by like corporations. So the last New York Comic-Con I went to, World of Warcraft had like a big dragon you could take a picture with, but like they're trying to sell you the game. It wasn't. I feel like it's a little bit different when it's like fans built this because they love Star Wars and they want to talk to you about it and they want to tell you how they built it and they want to talk to you about the movie and they want you to like ask questions and climb all over it and stuff.
Right. Yes, I remember the X-Wing 2, Lauren. Yeah, that was a huge. There was like an X-Wing and a TIE fighter over on the other side, I think, of all this. And see, that's so I Star Wars Celebration Chicago was my first celebration. It was also my first con, just in general. So I've never really had the con experience for anything else. So all the framework I have to go on is Celebration, and so just to even know that, like I mean, just again, as someone, it was their first time doing any of it. It was such a it felt like almost a religious experience. Or something like it felt there was a vibe in the air that was, and I honestly think it's going to be even stronger this year. I'm not sure. I know people are kind of worried about going back
for years. So
I
think there will feel like it will really feel like a homecoming in a lot of ways.
There's also been a couple of things that have happened that have been pretty yucky and terrible. Like a pandemic and things like that. So I think we're all ready to kind of get back to it and things like that. But
there was a Tatooine Street. There was the Tantive 4. There was an Endor shield bunker with speeder bikes outside it, and like you could just climb on it. Like you could just take pictures. You could just touch it. It was so neat.
So cool. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We got a question in here from Ronnie. Is Star Wars Celebration accessible for casual fans, or is it really only for diehards? I'm gonna go ahead and let you start and everything.
Sure.
But go ahead.
I would say Evan is a pretty casual fan. My fiance Evan. He loves like doing cosplay and stuff. So like he made the Cassian costume, but like outside of Rogue One, he doesn't really love Star Wars. He likes it fine, but he like loved Rogue One, and that's kind of like his Star Wars thing.
Right.
And he had a blast. I mean, we went with like friends though, so like we had a group, and he loves cosplaying, so like he had that aspect to enjoy. But I would still think that a pretty casual fan, if you like Star Wars, would still have fun. It might like you could maybe do it in a day. You maybe wouldn't need to go the whole weekend if you wanted to get a day pass. But I think there's so much to do that you can't do it all in a day.
There is so much. Like there's not just like taking pictures in front of stuff. There's all kind, like you said, there's the building the dioramas, which I saw a lot of families doing that. There was like a track that had the little kids Luke speeder going around. Like, did you see that the track with like the tiny speeder from A New Hope? It was like the Power Wheels version. It was over on the far side away from like the tank and everything.
I saw the mouse droid gambling. There was mouse droid racing.
I didn't see that.
It was like horse racing, but for mouse droids. It was adorable.
It's like, it is a little bit of like a Star Wars person's Disney World, a little bit. When I know there's Galaxy's Edge and everything now, but I do think that like there is so much fun to be had, and there is a feeling in the air that I think that even if you are again like a casual fan, I think you might catch on to. I think it'd be a little intoxicating, a little bit, you know, because it's a love fest. It truly is a love fest for this franchise.
So my third thing is the cosplayers, and I saw someone in the chat also say, I think it was Lauren, said that it's worth going just to see the cosplayers alone. And I think my three favorite cosplays I saw. One was Force Ghost Anakin, and it was a person in a full Jedi like Master Anakin cosplay, but then covered in like blue gauze, and like they had somehow like rigged their costume with lights, so they were freaking glowing through the gauze. It's nuts. Insane. It was nuts. And then I saw a Bodhi Rook cosplayer looking just very sad and distressed and sweaty, and they were being followed around by a Boar Gullet cosplayer who just kept like rubbing their face with a tentacle. And I just like, was the Borg Gullet cosplay like good? Like was it screen accurate? Like no, it was not like screen accurate.
Right. It was effective.
But it was amazing. It was so funny. I bumped into them like 3 separate times and just laughed every time.
Oh, totally.
And then the last cosplay I have to mention is like, if you love an obscure Star Wars character, someone else also loves that character and has decided to cosplay them for Celebration.
Yes.
And you will see that person. And for me, it's Dash Rendar. I grew up in the 90s. Like Ben Reilly is my Spider-Man. And like Dash Rendar is... Ben Reilly was a deep cut. I think he's back right now, but like 90s kids know Ben Reilly.
Was that the animated series one, correct? Or am I?
He shows up in the animated series, but he was a clone of Spider-Man from the clones. So we can't do Spider-Man. We'll be here all night.
Sorry.
We'll be here all night. We'll be here all night. But blonde hair,
like Celebration.
Named himself after Uncle Ben. Riley was Aunt May's maiden name. Anyway, Celebration. I saw a Dash Rendar cosplayer, and I'm trying to say this without sounding like a dick. He maybe was not the most refined cosplayer, but I lost my shit because I love Dash Rendar, and someone else loved Dash Rendar to hand make a freaking costume of Dash Rendar and walk around Star Wars Celebration in it. And I literally lost my mind. I was like geeking out. I was scared to go up and talk to him. I was just like, hey, like I really like your
Dash Rendar.
Do you want to talk about Shadows of the Empire with me for 20 minutes? And he was like, yeah, you weird freak. Let's talk about Shadows of the Empire for 20 minutes.
We're all weird sweaty freaks here. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So it was very, very fun to geek out about Dash Rendar. And like that's the thing, like you don't need to be the highest like skill to cosplay. Like you see some people's costumes and you're like, oh well, I couldn't make that and I don't have the money to commission it, so I'm just not gonna cosplay like Boar Gullet and freaking Bodhi.
Is it a Shiru?
Boar Gullet and Bodhi.
Bodhi.
Like amazing, like hilarious. I saw a George Lucas cosplayer and I lost my mind. I thought it was so funny. This dude like dyed his hair gray and was wearing like flannel and was going around sputtering and like had a clipboard, and I was drunk and got a selfie with him.
That's awesome.
So yeah, a ton of fun cosplayers, and like you should cosplay. Like if you've never cosplayed before, like give it a shot. You'll have a blast, and like people will love your costume. Like I loved that Dash Rendar with my entire heart and soul. It was not the finest craftsmanship in the world. I did not care. It was amazing to me.
So good. Like, and you talk about the George cosplayer and stuff. Like, I was in the I think it was the Galaxy's Edge panel. It was because the last celebration was before Galaxy's Edge opened up, and Galaxy's Edge is like, it feels like it's been here forever now.
Yeah.
But like so I was in that, and I sent a picture to my ex-wife of this guy dressed as George Lucas talking to an attendant. And I was like, hey, look who showed up, just joking. And she's like, is he really there? I'm like, no. It's like, it's just someone dressed up. They're like, we're all a bunch of nerds, and we love this awkward, adorable, strange little, sad little man who made this franchise and everything. Just, real quick, let's have a George clip just in honor of the man who created it all. Here we go.
Love it.
Locked out. Even I can't get past the security.
That's George trying to get into Celebration Chicago right there. Do you know that?
Love it. So
what is your
next bit?
Is it 4?
Number 4 is authors. The Star Wars authors are just like out and about. Like they have tables, you can go up and talk to them, but you will just see them walking around Celebration, and like
most of them are fans too. Yeah. So like they want to go see the stuff.
Treat them like human beings. They are human beings. Treat them like people. But like, go up and talk to them. Like I talked to
very nice.
I'm blanking on his name, but the guy who did Alphabet Squadron and
Alexander Freed.
Yeah. I like one of my favorite books is Battlefront Twilight Company, and no one talks about Battlefront Twilight Company. No one tweets about like you don't find fan art of it. Like no one cared about Twilight Company except for me. And I love that damn book. I liked it. Yeah, thank you. It's
good. Yeah.
So I went up to him and was like, hey, I have 50 questions about Twilight Company. Can we talk about Twilight Company? And he was like, yes, talk to me about Twilight Company. Nice. No one wants to talk to me about Twilight Company. They just want to talk about Alphabet Squadron. So we like just geeked out about Twilight Company, and it was dope.
That's so awesome. There's so many little moments like that, like I'm trying to get I got a picture with and she was surprised I wanted a picture with her. I'm trying to think. She runs the archives, I believe, like the archives at Lucasfilm for the props and everything, the screen use props. I believe Madeline. I'm trying to think of her last name.
She used to be in the Star Wars show a bunch. She was great.
She was, yeah. I saw her and recognized her from the Star Wars show, and I was like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And she's like, sure, like fine, like and I think even like she we not connected on Twitter, but she like I think I shared the picture and she was like, oh wow, cool, I didn't know like the people wanted pictures with me and stuff like that. So it's just you see like random people who just like are involved in this, whether they're authors, whether they're people just behind the scenes, and all of like if you're a big sweaty or a big Star Wars fan, we are. Like all of them, and you're like, that's motherfucking that's Madeline.
Yeah, I met Nick Gillard at a different convention once, and
so sick.
He was like, "You know who I am?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're Sindralic, Jedi Battle Master." Like, yes, I know who you are, Nick Gillard. Take a picture with me.
Yeah,
but, yeah. There's so many like. Specifically the authors, I got a real kick out of like just hanging out with them at Celebration because like most of them were very casual and like we'll just chill with you for a bit, but like also tons of YouTubers are like and podcasters are walking around. I met Molly and Alex from Star Wars Explained. I met Jenny Nicholson from I guess her YouTube channel is just Jenny Nicholson, but she does like Star Wars videos and stuff. And I love her channel, and she was really, really cool to like meet and talk with and stuff. So like a ton of fan creators who you enjoy are going to be like out and about, like say hi to them, introduce yourselves. Especially fan creators are going to be like pumped to talk with you and like to meet you. So like say hi to those people.
Totally. Yeah. If you see me and Scotty, I think we're far from like people's favorite, like we have a, what do you call it? We have a cult following and everything. And if you're of the cult of Bombad, definitely come up and say hi and everything. But like,
you guys are bringing Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, no, we're bringing Flavor Aid because that way,
There
yeah,
you go.
no, it's just- we can't afford the Kool-Aid. But no, like, yeah, they're all over the place. Like the first day, I ran into. I'm a big like I don't I don't listen to Star Wars podcasts as much as I used to. Just time or whatever you call it, whatever. And but I used to be a big Force Center listener, right?
Okay.
So I run into Joseph Scrimshaw, Ken Knapsack, Mark Ellis, who was he did a little bit of Collider. I'm not as big of a Collider fan as I used to be, but Mark Ellis, I like that Mark Ellis. He's good people. And I'm trying to think. There was one more. I think no. Okay, because I'm thinking of the picture, and the picture is 3 people and me. So that's I'm the 4th person. But like I'm like, hey, can I get a picture with you guys? And everything, because like they were big to me. Because I listened to their shows and watched their stuff on YouTube, and they're like, oh yeah, and like I don't know if the name so Anthony Bresnikan, who used to work for EW, who did all the Star Wars stuff, like Entertainment Weekly, Anthony Bresnikan was just walking by apparently, and like Ken goes, "Hey, Brez, can you take this photo real quick?" So Anthony Bresnikan took my thing, and like I'm like sitting there going, like, I can't believe what world am I even in right now? I can't believe I'm here. And yes, like you said, treat these people like people, because like I'm not saying that I treated them like gods, but I did go up to, and we've had Molly and Alex on the show, and we're they're friends of the show now and everything, but like not to name drop or anything, most popular Star Wars YouTubers.
I haven't gotten Alex on Force Friends, but Molly came on, and that's who I cared about.
Alex,
I cared about Molly.
We got to get you on.
We got to
get you and Molly. You had Molly. Okay, well, there
you
go.
Molly on, and it was amazing.
You got to get
that episode. It's a great episode of Force Friends.
Go, hey, well, and if you said earlier, and I didn't say this, but like if you're a Bombadcast viewer, listener, whatever you do, I don't know, God help those of you who are listeners of this show, but go and follow Force Friends Rewatch right now. Like, go do it, download some episodes, give them a good review, seriously. But anyway, no problem. No, seriously, it needs to happen. Yeah, listen, we have a cult, go do what we say. But anyway, no, so I met them, I think the first day after like a meetup or whatever. And I was like, hi, I'm a big fan of your YouTube stuff. I mean, it was awful. And I still, to this day, I think I brought it up to them. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Like, I promise I'll be more, treat you like humans. I'll just treat you more like humans this time. But at the time, I am but the buzzing of flies to you.
I feel
sorry,
like
I'm going to quote Ghostbusters around you here. There we go.
Every gay loves Molly. So like gay Star
Molly's
Wars
fantastic.
fans say like, oh, I'm a friend of Molly Dameron. Like they don't say like I'm a friend of Dorothy. They're like, oh, I'm a friend of Molly.
Right.
And like that's how we find
There
each
you go.
other. So meeting Molly, I was like, I'm meeting like Star Wars royalty right now. But she was very, very cool. They were both very, very cool.
They're
we talked
so
about
sweet.
we talked about like cameos we wanted to see in The Mandalorian. And that was the thing, like you can just talk about Star Wars with all of these people. Mark Thompson was someone who I also geeked out about meeting. He does all the audio, like not all, but he does a bunch of the audiobooks.
Hold on. Yes, I love Mark Thompson's one of my favorite audiobook readers, and we actually have a photo here. Let me pull that up. Let me see, make sure I'm getting around. The pictures are so tiny.
I'm laughing about Chase in the chat. But yeah, I met Mark Thompson, and I really love the Aftermath trilogy, and this is Chase about Molly. Yes, exactly. I know I'm right, Chase. Yes.
Molly's fantastic.
I'm a friend of Molly. Like, hey babe, I'm
Hell
a friend
yeah.
of Molly.
Real quick here. Sorry. Hello, Brian. I'm assuming this is Brian. It's good to see you, buddy. Good to have you here. Please continue. I'm sorry.
But
Please continue.
Mark Thompson, I love the Aftermath books, and I thought he did a phenomenal job with the character Sinjir Rath Velis, who was the first like major gay Star Wars character in canon. And we just like
one of my favorites to this day, honestly. I wish we could get him in live action. Seriously.
We just talked about that book and that character and what it was like for him to voice it. And he talked to me for like a really long time, and we geeked out about each other's jackets. And he was so giving of his time to just like chill with me for like way more than he had to, but like we were just having fun talking. And I'm sure that he's the sort of like person who's a big deal at Celebration and maybe not at other cons, you know, doing like audiobooks. But like to me, it was just like I was blown away that I got to like hang out with him and talk with him. So it was really, really cool.
Absolutely. No, well, like he is, and I know like there, some people like, you know, we all prefer like a certain audiobook reader and everything, and not everyone does audiobooks. Audiobooks work really well for me myself. But Mark is my favorite. Like anytime I see he's doing a book, I'm like, okay, all right, I'm excited.
It's gonna be a banger
because he does really. He's got a good range, I think, and everything like that. And I don't know if anyone's seen on Twitter.
Mr. Bones. No one else could have done Mr. Bones.
No, Mr. Bones is like, and I'll admit the first Aftermath book, I think that was like right at the beginning when we didn't know what to expect, and we're thinking like, oh, every book now is going to be like huge and have big like consequences and stuff. And sometimes it's just like, this is the next part of the story. Here's what's going on. You know, not like a huge revelation in every book, but like going back and reading the Aftermath trilogy, like the first book, I was like, you have to get through that one to get to know the characters. But I love that book so much. And again, like Sinjir Rathvelis or Velis, whatever you want to call him, like such a fantastic, amazing, interesting character, man. Like the whole like I love that he was a loyalty officer for the Empire, correct?
Yeah, so he was an ISB agent, specifically a loyalty officer. So he would hunt down Imperials that were either like corrupt and like taking like drug money or whatever and like taking bribes from criminals, or that were thinking of joining the rebellion. He would hunt them down and like torture them. And it's post Endor. He did not quit the Empire until after Endor, and he's like feeling really shitty and conflicted about it, and he goes on a very like cool journey.
Yeah, I think we meet him. I don't think he ever gives up the alcoholism, if I'm remembering correctly in the books or everything. But like I remember, he described alcohol very well. Like it made me want to have all of these like Star Wars alcohols that he was describing. But like so good, and I like, again, very well, I think, performed by Mark Thompson in the audiobook. I love him to pieces. I'll just give a shout out real quick. If you haven't seen, I don't know if any of you have seen Michael from All Remaining Systems, his Marchion Rowe impersonations. Marchion Rowe talking about Frosties and different things like that, talking about Pen Eta. But go check out Michael's Twitter. Michael, I think you're at All Remaining Systems, correct? But anyway, that's a freebie. That's a freebie. Let's continue, please.
My next one is new friends / little gifts. So obviously, you know, going to a convention, you're probably going to like meet new people and make some new friends. That's really fun and cool. Something that Celebration does that no other con really that I've been to, maybe KatsuCon. KatsuCon is right around Valentine's Day, and so some cosplayers will make like little Valentines based on their character, their cosplay to like give out.
Yeah.
But Celebration, people make beautiful gifts and they just give them away to people that they meet. And it's
little swag. Yeah.
It's nuts.
I made buttons. I made little well, I had someone make buttons and everything. Like little thing. People probably made better things than me. Please, yeah. Tell me about some of these things.
Like some people had like designed like enamel pins and were just like giving them away. Some people made like buttons. Someone came up to Evan because he was dressed as Cassian and gave him like a kyber crystal necklace.
So cool.
And so like people just making like beautiful little crafts and giving them to people that they meet and just to like brighten their day. And I was like, the culture at this convention is wild. Like
it feels like you're in a Star Wars movie, like on a good planet, you know, like on a planet that's not like, you know, hostile or anything like that. But it's just such a great feeling. It is. Yeah.
So like I met a ton of beautiful people at Celebration, and it like if it's going to be your first Celebration, that's a little tip is people are going to give you little presents, and I wish I had known that going in, because I would have made I would have made something. I would have figured out something to do
Right.
and like give away in return. And I always felt bad because I didn't have anything like to give. And like people were always like so kind and generous. Like
Yeah.
no one made me feel bad, but I was like, oh man, if I had known, I would have like done something. You got a month, people. You got a month. Throw a little thing together.
Well, like, yeah, I think a lot of people who do, like, I know like podcasts and YouTubers and stuff, and people who are trying to make it in that they definitely make stuff, you know, and things like that. But yeah, like you said, like I honestly, I don't think I got any of that kind of cool. I got a lot of podcast or YouTube stuff,
okay,
and things like that. But like that's so beautiful, like the kyber crystal necklace, and all of that. Like I love that. That's so that feels so Star Wars to me. It's just like so beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, stickers, like people, like I feel like I was filling up my pockets every day of the con with like cute little things that people were giving me, and it's really adorable.
Right.
I'm about to sneeze. No one look at me.
Go for it. No one look here. Everyone look at me. Look away.
We're good. We're good. It's gone.
Are we good? Oh, okay, we're good. All right. Yeah. Listen, I don't know why I pulled you up a solo here. Listen, yeah, let's see if we get a number 2. Do we get a second sneeze? No? Okay.
No,
all right, fine.
We're good.
It's okay. Well, like, you know, I had a small YouTube channel, the Canon Junkie.
Mm-hmm.
That was my original YouTube channel. And Alden Diaz boasts that he is like one of the owners of a Canon Junkie button. And I had a ton of, I might still have them in one of these drawers here, honestly. But yeah, I made like little shitty Canon Junkie buttons that were like very like blurry, I thought. but I ordered 100 or so of them, and I had them in my backpack. I stabbed my fingers 1,000 times reaching in there to grab them because like they would come undone and everything.
Yeah.
But and maybe you'll get something less shitty than what I made. Hopefully, it sounds like a lot of people are a lot more talented, and so that's great. That's fantastic. But like, yeah, so there's a lot of people giving out stuff. A lot of people trade enamel pins as well.
That's a big
I don't think
deal,
you have to have them, but like, yeah, that's a huge thing there. In fact, there's like a pin set at every celebration. I think that's like the official pin set, right? That you can get in the Celebration store.
Yep.
And then you can like say, hey, I need this one, and go to someone who has it and say, hey, will you trade this for that? And it's just, it has its own economy almost, this con.
So speaking of fans, I'm going to talk about the 501st Legion and the Rebel Legion and the Mandalorian Mercs and the different Saber guilds. They have an area set up, which is like full of like gorgeous costumes on display that you can see. And there are going to be like cosplayers there from those costume clubs in costume that you can take pictures with. They're going to have little like cool sets that you can take pictures with. There was a Jabba. And so Evan, who was dressed as Cassian, if you guys don't remember from the Rogue One press tour, Diego Luna is obsessed with Jabba the Hutt and wants to touch him. So Evan got lots of pictures touching Jabba dressed as Cassian.
Nice.
But I'm a member of the Rebel Legion, so I feel like I have to talk about the like Rebel Legion
Please
area.
do.
If you're not like,
I'll pull you up full screen here.
If you're not,
please preach the good word about the Rebel Legion.
If you're not in the like costume clubs or haven't heard of them, it started with the 501st Legion, and then they were just like a club of people who wanted to do screen accurate Star Wars costumes of the bad guys and like share resources. And then they started doing charity work. And then a splinter group formed called the Rebel Legion, which was people who wanted to do screen accurate costumes of the good guys. And then some people were frustrated that they couldn't do their like custom OC Mandalorians. So they formed another splinter group called the Mandalorian Mercs. And then people were also like into like wanting to do like choreography and fighting. So they formed like different like Jedi and Sith groups. But all of the clubs, for the most part, get along. There's some drama, but for the most part, people are chill. And they always have really cool setups at Celebration, showing off these gorgeous screen-accurate costumes. Lucasfilm used
so good
501st cosplayers for The Mandalorian because they didn't have enough stormtroopers ready. So they called up the local 501st garrison and bust in a bunch of troopers. So it's really cool. They have a good relationship with Lucasfilm. They're fun groups to be a part of. And their like booths at Celebration are really neat to like hang out at. And you're going to see a bunch of really cool handmade props, and you're going to see a bunch of really cool handmade costumes. And there's cool people there that you can talk to about Star Wars and costuming and stuff. Along that note, Pride Squadron is a club within all of the costuming clubs for queer people. So if you are a queer Star Wars costumer,
we have a photo here.
And
there we go.
Yeah, that's me at the booth. If you're a queer Star Wars costumer, or if you're a queer person and you want to get into Star Wars costuming, you can join Pride Squadron, and they will be able to help you with resources that other costumers maybe don't have to worry about or be aware of, or they also advocate for queer members in the different costuming clubs. Please go to the Pride Squadron table and say nice things to them.
Yes.
Pride Squadron can sometimes get a lot of flack from fucking bigots. So
shitheads. Those are shitheads. Yeah.
Go to the Pride Squadron table, say nice things. Daniel Jose Older was hanging out there last celebration, just like
it's so awesome.
Behind the table, like doing signings and talking to people. E.K. Johnson was hanging out there doing signings, talking to people. The authors, in my experience, are very supportive of Pride Squadron and stuff. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And like, I was there, like I was behind the table. So I'm not going to be at this celebration. I'm getting married that weekend, but
it's my that's my one thing that I'm like, that is shit about this celebration for me is Andy's not going to be there, but
cool people like me.
A lifetime of bliss. Right. A lifetime of bliss is a good reason to miss. Marital bliss is a good reason to miss. So it's fine. It's fine. I'll allow. Sorry.
And like on that note, I know that the Pink Milk people are organizing a like queer meetup for queer people and allies. And
I wish I had like a graphic to show or something. Yeah. They have a great flyer on Twitter. Go check it out.
Follow Pink Milk on Twitter. If you're watching this, you're probably following them on Twitter.
Please follow them if you're not.
Yeah. So like, go check out that meetup. I'm sure it's going to be a damn good time.
I believe if you can give us some details, Brian, in the chat, just so we make sure we have it. I think it starts at 8 that evening. I can't remember the exact location. It's a location just a little, I think a few blocks away from the convention center, so not far. A short Uber or walk, whatever you want to do. Hold on. Let me see here. Oh, look at that. Whatever. It's fine, Brian. We love you. Let's see. I would have loved to have been able to see Andy. Everyone wants to see Andy. Okay. We all want to see Andy. But yes. Oh, Lauren, we're all whenever Brian and them dropped that, hey, we're having this queer for was it find your crew, your queer or ally crew for celebration and everything. So it's just, honestly, it's like, the podcast meetup is that night, and I think some of us are we're in the thing. We're gonna show. It starts at 7. We're gonna go to that, and then we're gonna go to the app. The big party is 8 p.m. All right, we're gonna
8 p.m.
all right,
Thursday, May 26th.
Nice to meet you guys
at Bobby vs. Cocktails. Mm-hmm. So be there. Mm-hmm. Go hang out with those people.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Tell them all I said hi. Go to Pride Squadron booth. Tell them I said hi. Go to the Pink Milk organized queer people and allies. Hang out and tell them I said hi.
That's where the real party's going to be that night. Honestly, the real party
is a good transition. After parties is another one of my things.
Absolutely.
So after parties,
so there you go.
Other conventions are usually pretty lame in my experience. I've maybe been to one or two really cool ones, and I was like, I'll say I've had a good time at a couple after parties at conventions. I'll say that. We'll keep it very PG. Right. There's some good after parties at some cons, but for the most part, they're usually pretty lame. The after parties at Star Wars Celebration were freaking dope. I snuck into
dope as hell.
the BioWare one. The people who do the Old Republic had an after party, and I snuck in.
Really?
And the food was really good. The cocktails were really good. I was really drunk, and I met Han and Kira. And,
nice.
I don't remember exactly what I said, but I quoted the Beckett line of I thought I told you not to talk to anyone. And they were like, "Oh, you're Beckett," and I was like, "Oh, you're Han and Kira." And I was like, "I'm really drunk," and they were like, "We are too." And we had a good time.
Screen accurate. Right?
Yeah, screen accurate.
Han Solo is drunk the whole time. You don't know this. Han Solo can only fly drunk. That's what it is. Anyway, don't drink and drive.
Don't do that. But
fly
walk around the hotel.
There you go.
There are tons of really cool after parties. A lot of your favorite podcasters are probably going to be doing some sort of meetup. A lot of your favorite YouTubers are probably going to be doing some sort of meetup.
Absolutely.
Different affiliates of Lucasfilm are going to be throwing parties or after parties or meetups, and find ones that sound fun and go and have a good time and meet people. Celebration is all about just meeting and hanging out with people who love the same weird thing that you do. I did not know anything about the Old Republic game. I don't know anything about it.
Right.
But they threw a great party, and that was important.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. I don't care what the lore behind your game is. Are you throwing a sick after party? That's all I care.
They showed a trailer, and people were really excited about it, and I was happy for them. I was also
It's not my wheelhouse either.
I was also happy that their gin and tonics were very good. So
that's even better. Okay, now you sold me, because I'm a gin and tonic man. And yes, please. That's all I gotta say. Real quick, I've got to do Brian. I love you. I love you so much. But you know how many podcasters alone you had retweeting come on, buddy. You're gonna that place is gonna be lit. All right, that's gonna be that's gonna be like Jabba's palace times infinity, and probably what's better than Jabba's palace in Star Wars? What's a better because Jabba's palace
castle. Maz Kanata's castle.
Oh, it's gonna be a freaking Maz Kanata castle for real. And again, I don't want to get your hopes up, but there's gonna be a shit ton of people there. That's all I'm gonna say. So it's gonna be awesome. But yeah, I didn't get to go to. I went to the podcast meetup at the last celebration.
Cool.
Again, because I went. So I don't think I've said this on this stream. I've said it before, just I think on other shows. But celebration, I went solo. I went alone.
Okay.
And I stayed a mile away from the convention center because it was cheap, and I walked a mile every day. 2 miles there and back in Chicago, and
weather was rough. Weather was rough.
And I'm a Michigan guy, I'm kind of used to it, but at the same time, and I'm on they're on just the opposite. Honestly, Chicago is just it's straight across the lake from me, where I am currently and everything. So my town's on the lake, but again, it's a different kind of cold in Chicago.
Yeah,
it's they call it the Windy City for a reason, but it's not so much windy as it is just sub-zero. But anyway, so I didn't go to a lot of the after parties and stuff, but I stayed for that one, and man, it's such a good thing. You need to, if you're going, and you will make friends. You need to try to make friends and go to these things, because it's a great place to make friends as well, because again, these are your people. These are people who are going to be your people. I met Scotty at Star Wars Celebration Chicago. Now we do this show every Thursday, and again, it's just fun for me, but I met a fantastic person there. I've met many people through this and everything, Andy being one of them, one of the best. Yes, but no, I don't even, I feel like I was going to say something else. Maybe I've had one too many canned cocktails. I'm not sure, Andy.
I feel like Celebration Chicago birthed 1,000 podcasts, because
it birthed the next generation for sure.
Ryan and I were old friends. We had met through, I was in the 501st Legion at the time. He was in the Rebel Legion. We met doing events. We hit it off. But we've always lived really far apart from each other. So we'd only seen each other at 501st events. And we were hanging out at Celebration. And afterwards, I was like, dude, I miss you. I love hanging out with you. You live in California. I live in Maryland. We should start a podcast. And that's where Force Friends came from. So
exactly.
Yeah, you're going to meet people. You're going to make friends. You're going to love talking to people about a whole bunch of stuff. What's my next thing?
Hold on real quick here. Brian, farewell, friend.
We love you, Brian.
Have a good dinner. We love you. And real quick, I'm not too classy. I'm not too classy. I'm the least classy person I know. You know, and to Brian,
my first
to
thought when I
Buck's
saw
point-
that comment was, "Oh, we got a steam room person here." Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Bombacast is like, listen. Steam room is welcome here anytime. Okay, we may have it like you're more than welcome here. Please,
I haven't
give us all the fucking steamy shit. Please.
I've only been on Husband and Husband. I have not been in the steam room yet. So
Oh.
they got more class than you, Gerry. They've been keeping me out.
Well, whatever. Listen, shut up, Andy. You're great. Like, don't you love that when someone's nice to you, but they're mean about it? Shut up. You know.
No, nothing but love for Pink Milk After Dark.
Nothing but love. Yeah.
Freaking hilarious. Very good.
We had Mark
show.
in the chat as well. I don't know if seriously, go follow all the Pink Milk peeps and everybody.
They're very good.
And make sure you're following Andy too. Okay. But we'll do that at the end. I'm getting ahead of myself. Andy, please continue.
I have like art gallery stuff. So there's like a bunch of
Okay.
weird art galleries at Celebration. There's the Cars, which my buddy, my co-host Ryan on Force Friends, his Black One car is a frequent Celebration attendee.
So cool. I feel so special now that I know that it's his.
Yeah.
And I'm not like I'm not as close with him as I am you, but like I was next to that car, and so now I feel like it's just like anyway.
Yeah,
connections all over the place, guys. Connections all over the place. I'm seeing my mic.
Rancho Obi-Wan Dan Sansweet, who has the largest registered Star Wars collection of anyone, and he has like a museum called Rancho Obi-Wan. He sets up a really cool gallery that you can walk through and see stuff.
I think I might have a picture of that. Keep talking though about
there was a wall
of
of beautifully painted and decorated stormtrooper helmets that you could see. There's just a lot of really
picture
cool
of that. Hold on, let me try to find
stuff.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
That really showcases how creative and like beautifully talented Star Wars fans are, and it's really, really neat.
You see here, that Rancho Obi-Wan exhibit, that was something I went through on the first day as well.
Dan
again,
is just
when
the
I didn't know
sweetest
anybody
man too.
Oh man, he's a sweetheart, and I didn't get really to talk to him but I saw him like he was with he was talking with I don't know if you're familiar with Black Series Rebels. They're more pop culture now than they were they used to be just Star Wars, but I remember Steve from Black Series Rebels was talking to him there, and that was just anyway as I was walking through. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna try to
it's
download
Steve Sansweet,
this here.
not Dan Sansweet. I'm sorry.
Well, Steve, I knew who you were talking about. Like he's got a Dan.
Chat
energy.
is correcting me. Chat is correcting me. Thank you, chat.
Well,
thank you.
What's funny is I was actually looking at an old thumbnail of Dan Miller from Broaxium when you said Dan, so I think my brain was just like, yeah, Dan. Okay, Dan. Right?
When I was a pastor, I could just call people
those trooper
brother.
helmets, by the way.
Oh, look at that!
Look at it was so beautiful. I was zooming in on these and showing them to my kiddo the other day, and she was just absolutely like laughing like so hard at some of them. Like she loved it, but like it's so beautiful, man. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah, there's a ton of really, really cool art exhibits that you can see at Celebration. Which again, it's just not something you have at other cons. Like there's Artist Alley where people are selling art that they've made, but like displays like this and like museum setups of like Rancho Obi-Wan and like people's like these car exhibits, like that is stuff that you do not see at other conventions that I think is really cool at Celebration. Like it's completely different from anything else.
These booth, like you have to check out the booths, like like as many as you can and everything. And like sometimes the lines are terrible, but again, like stay in the line.
Stay in the line or just like come back in 20 minutes. Like sometimes you do a circle, you come back, the line's short,
right?
You get right through. Someone in the chat, Mark, I think mentioned bring a poster tube. Great advice. Bring protective stuff for the merch you're going to get. You are definitely going to.
One thing I didn't get was a poster.
You are going to buy merch.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I did get a poster tube.
Bring stuff to protect it. Sometimes there's people selling like poster tubes at conventions, but they're always charging way more than it's worth. You
Right.
can get a poster tube for like $3,
Well,
but they're charging like 15 because you need a poster tube.
if you have a friend that works at a movie theater, just get a cardboard poster tube. Like if you can't afford, like, and if you, I don't know, you try to. I'm sure you can get that on a plane. Maybe can you get a cardboard poster tube on a plane?
Your
That's
weed
what I ended
guy
up taking.
probably works at a movie theater. Ask him if he's got a cardboard poster tube.
I had some leftover ones from when I worked at a movie theater that I had like posters I haven't used. I dumped those posters out that I like, from like, I think it was like Sky High and different things like, like shit like that. Like, I don't need this. And I brought home some fantastic stuff. I've got some stuff up on my walls, actually. You can't see. I've got like a Mandalorian poster, some art that I got from there. I had a picture that I was going to share, but it was a shit picture. But it was a full 6 foot tall, like long, like portrait of old man Luke. I took a picture of that because I love old man Luke. I love the little bit of grumpiness, but like I still gotta get. I feel like that's me right now. Like I got a little bit of grumpiness, but I'm like, I get, still gotta do the right thing sometimes, But I loved that it was like seriously 6 foot tall, and like just it looked like a full body mirror, but it was a portrait again of old man Luke, and it was it was thousands of dollars, but I wanted to take it home and to shove that thing in my tiny car that I took to a celebration that year. Cause again, I was able to drive. That was the reason I got to go and make all these connections, was because, it was just like 2.5 hours from where I lived.
That's nice.
And I would have drove with that thing sticking out of the back gate. I don't care. Like I think I drove my ex's PT Cruiser or something. So, anyway, it's fantastic. Check out the art. Check out all that, guys.
My last thing is panels.
Yes.
At a lot of conventions I go to, panels aren't my favorite thing. I've been on panels, and I think the panels I've done are great, but usually that's not what I'm going to cons for anymore. But the panels at Celebration that I went to the Mandalorian panel, and I went to the Phantom Menace anniversary panel, and they were incredible experiences to be in the room for. So if there's a panel that you think sounds really up your alley, try and get to it. And even if you're not like a panel person, my fiance Evan hates panels, doesn't want to go to panels. We went to those two and we both loved them. They were very, very worth it. So try, even if you're not a panel person, check out some of the panels, because some of them are really going to blow you away. I was really bummed that I didn't get to go to the publishing panel for Star Wars at Celebration.
Yeah.
But there's going to be panels that you're not going to be able to make it to. You're going to have to choose and pick which ones you can get to. And they're, from everyone I've talked to, I've never heard someone say that they had a bad panel experience at Celebration.
Right. And they worked the crowd before it and everything too. Like, you have like hosts before who were like playing games, doing different things with you. I don't know, like if they do this for every panel, but like for the big ones, especially, I think, and especially the Phantom Menace panel, they did the beginning. They played the beginning by Weird Al. The Saga Begins. What is it? Like A Saga Begins. A Saga Begins. Excuse me. And I'll tell you this. That's one of the most moving experiences I've ever had, is sitting in a stadium full of people who love the Phantom Menace, singing The Saga Begins by
we sang that
Weird
together,
Al
Jerry. We sang that together.
We were in the same room.
We were
Isn't
in the
that
same
wild?
room.
Oh, there's like so many people that I love now that I'm like, oh my God, we were right there. We were right there. I was actually, Scotty got like placed like way away from me and everything. Like we were like on opposite corners actually and everything. I took a picture of him and circled him, with my little marker.
I got to selfishly plug a Force Friends episode. It's one of my favorite episodes we've ever done. We talk about Star Wars novelty songs. And we do a top 5 beatdown on our favorite Star Wars novelty songs. And it's totally against our format. We never do stuff like that. And it's one of my favorite episodes. Right. So if you're looking for an episode to listen to,
go check that out.
Highly recommend that episode. It's a real hoot and a half.
Okay. So again, all of you of the Cult of Bombad, your homework is to go and follow Force Friends Rewatch. There's your episode right there.
It's a
There's
good
your
one.
Episode.
It's a
okay?
good one.
Start with that. Start there. Okay, Todd. I think were we on the same row during that? I believe. Like, you correct me if I'm wrong. I know we were like we had met and become buds by that time.
I love Todd's cosplay. That's very good.
Oh, I remember that day because
good.
I met Todd the first day at like a resistance broadcast meetup, and that's where I met Scotty too, and his lovely fiance Katie, who is again a casual fan who went that year, who recorded Scotty's our million view video. She recorded that, and she is going this year as well.
Nice.
So there's stuff to do. There's fun stuff to have. There's fun to be had. But the music of the Phantom Menace panel was incredible. That I believe that was by what is his name? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot his name. He does like a really cool music podcast where he goes through like all kinds of different like scores and everything. And he works at Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
He's voiced stormtroopers. Oh, why am I forgetting? Please, everyone, mock me and give me the name in the comments. I'm having a brain fart.
Was he the guy who was the droid from Force Unleashed? Also, he's a voice actor. He's friends with Sam Witwer. Chad is saying David Collins. David
Collins. Thank you.
We got a David W. Collins.
David W. Collins. There we go.
Chad, what's his social security number?
Yeah, can we get that? Like maybe a pin, maybe the last the 3 digits of the security code on the back of his card, you know?
The name of the podcast, Soundtrack Show Podcast.
Soundtrack Show Podcast, yes. Again, please chastise me, take away my card in the chat, please. That was a brain fart moment, and I apologize. But he did a panel on the music of the Phantom Menace that was fantastic, and he is the one who opened my eyes to. He blew my mind that day. I don't know if you went to that one, but was it Augie's Municipal Band that is the music before like we go into the credits, like the big like they're having the parade. We're getting like the little static electricity orb or whatever that you touch and your hair goes up for peace and whatever. He played that, and then he played the Emperor's theme, and it is it's like the light version of the Emperor theme, essentially.
That's
it's
so
like
cool.
It's wild because it's like the Phantom Menace and all, and my mind melted and fell out of my ears, and I had to scoop it up in a can and put it back in, but it was so worth it. It was so worth it. But anyway, go to these panels. Seriously.
To the people who can't make it to Celebration, like me, right. I'm not going to be there this year. I'm brokenhearted about it. They live streamed the entire weekend. So before Celebration 2019, I would always take off work to watch the live streams of Celebration all weekend.
Right.
But you can just do like they set up cameras and they bring you into panels and stuff. They usually
it goes the whole day. It goes the whole
time.
As long as the con is open, there are panels on the YouTube channel, I believe.
Yeah, it is like an 8-hour live stream every single day. That's why I would take off work. I would like, hey, like I can't come in. It's Celebration weekend. I have to watch the live stream. And
that I had an agreement with my partner at the time, with my ex, that that was my Super Bowl, and she was like, yeah, go ahead, watch anytime you're not working, watch. It's fine.
Andy Gutierrez and crap, I'm blanking on his name. I love him so much though. The other host of the Star Wars show, but they would host the live stream typically for Celebration.
Andy and
I have such a crush on him too. I'm so embarrassed.
I got a picture. Like that was the first thing. I was sitting in line before they even opened the convention. And he walked up to the police tape, and I took a paparazzi picture of him.
Thank you, Todd. Anthony.
Anthony Carboni.
Yeah,
this is great.
They host the live stream.
It's great.
Look, I pre-gamed. This is like my third whiskey.
Guys, we've had listen. We know the stuff. We just like it's like it's got a little bit of liquid courage kind of blocking the way. All right.
But they host the live stream typically. I don't know if they will this year. I hope they will. But I'm gonna watch the follow-up. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll be trying to get on camera to wave at you, Andy, and everything, blow you kisses or whatever, like it's fine,
I'll
have be holding up a sign. I'm gonna have to make like a sign. This is like, you know, like congratulations to you and your significant other, my friend, because that would be, oh man, you and Evan, like congratulations, Andy and Evan. Woo! I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna try to. I don't know if I can get poster board on a plane.
What I should have done was I should have gotten like a 1-day pass, flown out Friday night, done celebration all day Saturday, flown back Saturday night, and then got married on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
As you do, because you don't have to be coherent for your wedding. All you got to do is go. I do.
I'm jet lagged. I'm hungover. Let's get married.
Oh well. So listen, like, do you have? That was your last one, correct?
That was my last one.
That was your last.
Someone in the chat mentioned the tattoo pavilion, which is another really cool thing that Celebration does.
That's really cool, and I know who did that.
Tattoo at Celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Go do it,
Nick. That was Nick Milkey of Podcast of the Wills, because I have had a long running bit that I'm gonna get a tattoo of. You know, there's the deleted scene from the Phantom Menace of Anakin and young Greedo fighting.
Yeah, Anakin beats the crap out of him, right?
I'm gonna get full grown. I was saying my joke was I was gonna get full grown Greedo and full grown Anakin, like Clone Wars Anakin, like fighting.
There you go.
I don't know if I'm gonna have the funds for that, but you know, if we want to get a GoFundMe going, if you want to go and like, I got a Ko-Fi or Kofi, a coffee, whatever you call it, go buy me a coffee on my Ko-Fi. I'll share it again or whatever, you know, however you pronounce it. I don't know. And maybe I'll get that tattoo if you give me enough. But anyway, I'm gonna stop trying to get people to give me money, Andy. Do we have any so go you can get tattoos at Celebration. You definitely can. I think you have to make appointments ahead of time. But still,
I'm sure there's people doing flash sales and stuff though. It's
be.
probably like pre-designed stuff though.
But it's also like it's a little open, so you can kind of look in and see like people getting their art done and everything like that. I mean, obviously not, you know, like it's not like gratuitous and everything. If you're getting it in a sensitive area, I'm sure they pull you behind a curtain or something. You're not going to be on display. I don't want you to think you're going to be on display.
Don't get your bussy tattooed at Celebration though. You're going to have to
don't go there and say
sit down and stuff. Like,
don't go there and ask for Max Rebo on your ass. Okay, just don't do it.
Get a comfortable area tattooed. You're going to be there for the rest of the weekend.
Right.
Don't get a sensitive area tattooed.
You're going to have to sit at panels, right? So on floors and all over the place. So bring easy.
By the way, like bring snacks, bring granola bars, bring water.
That's what I was going to say. What are our survival tips? Because again, there is food that you can buy at convention centers, but it is usually like, I don't think you want to pay like $10-20 for a hot dog. Okay.
Yeah. And it's usually pretty bad.
So, but like, definitely bring some granola bars, definitely bring your own water and things like that. You know, if you're flying, like, you know, bring, I don't know, like if you can get a water bottle on a plane, probably not. But like
usually once you go through security, you can buy stuff, you know,
and I mean, once you land, like go to like go to a Walmart, go to wherever you can. Walmart, like there's a Walmart on every corner.
Hand sanitizer is a good one.
Yes.
Obviously a charging battery. Battery.
A power bank for your phone is absolutely necessary. And I've got to like tear out. I'm glad we're talking about this because I'm remembering my packing list I got to make now, because I got to tear through all the boxes since I've moved and find that power bank that I used to have, so that I have it again. Because again, your phone will die, and there is not always an open outlet because a lot of people already have the outlets taken out.
Comfortable socks and comfortable shoes.
Very comfortable shoes.
When you are not in cosplay, change into comfortable shoes. I did a convention in heels once, and I'm sure someday I will do it again, but as of right now, never again. I will never again do that. It was terrible.
You're walking the whole day on concrete most of it.
Day. Yeah.
They don't spring for the plush carpet at these convention centers. So yeah. Just have that in mind. Have that in mind, please.
Yeah. Yep. What else?
I'm trying to think what else are there? What survival tips do we have here?
Tylenol, you know, your headache medicine of choice. in general, I try not to skip meals at conventions anymore. When I was like 17, I'd go to a con, I'd eat breakfast, and then I wouldn't eat lunch or dinner until like I got back to my hotel room or like wherever I was staying that night. I cannot do that anymore. Like if that happens now, I will like start order 66ing younglings if I like skip a meal at a convention. So like
you're not you when you're hungry, right?
Go like be willing to leave the floor. Like be willing to leave the floor to get a good meal on you. Be willing to leave the floor to go and get like good coffee. Like
and cheaper than you can get the shitty coffee in the actual area.
You can't do everything at the convention.
Right.
You can't. There's so much at Celebration. You cannot see it all. And like allow yourself to leave and get food and recharge and come back. Like go like don't guilt yourself if you have to like go up to your hotel room and take a nap and come back to the floor. Like the con is still going to be there. It's okay.
No one's going to take your fan card. Yeah, it's all fun. Yeah. That was another thing I was thinking of earlier is that we were talking about how much there is to do. There's so much. You would literally need 2 full weeks every like 14 days, I think, and that might not even be enough and everything. There's so many little things that, like I missed like a Nick brought up he's excited about the running of the Wilrow Hoods. I missed that. I don't know when it happened.
I got to see it.
They run all
I did get to see it.
I missed it, and I knew that happened. I knew that was a thing, and I was like so upset. I came out, I guess, of a panel, I think, or I forgot what happened. And I got one of the bags of ice cream cones because they hand out like little like bags of like rubber ice cream cones and stuff.
Yeah.
Saying who wants ice cream, things like that. But it's like anyway, it's incredible. I think there was a boom mic guy in the pink shorts following them as well, which is fantastic. You get all that kind of cosplay there too, all the like niche stuff. But don't be sad if you missed that stuff. I was a little bummed, but so much stuff happens. So much stuff that's not even con related. It's fan done. I didn't get to go to the droid museum. I saw droids outside in just the con. I didn't get to go to the actual museum.
See, like you cannot do it all. You can't do it all. Not. So like give yourself that grace to like go get some food. Give yourself that grace to like go take a nap if you need to.
Right.
I know that I need coffee, so like I get to the convention center a little late every day to make sure I get coffee. Because I'm not gonna make it through the day if I don't. But yeah, I mean, sneak a flask in.
And then like get a little loosened up before the after parties. That's a must.
Bombadcast is going to think I have a drinking problem. Every time I've been on the show, I've been drinking, and now I'm talking about drinking.
Listen,
drinking
me and Scotty both have drinking problems. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna have a lot of Bombad. We're gonna be drunk and giving you guys all kinds of swag at Celebration. We're not gonna be drunk during the day. It's fine.
Yeah.
But we got like I will say just real quick, we do have tons of shit to give away. I think we're gonna have some of those Bombadcast guitar picks to give away. I think we're gonna have like some different things like that. I'm plugging. Sorry. But we're gonna be interviewing people because we have a travel mic now with
That's
like
very
the
cool.
whole like the official like like boom like cover and everything, like news organizations have. So get ready for me and Scotty to be like Brian Fantana in the field, like sticking a mic in your face. If you want to talk to us, let us know. But
Buck and Half Moth in the chat are people after my own heart. They're talking about how gin and vodka both look like water in water bottles, which like that was the high school dance move right there. You're off to prom and you got to bring the plastic water bottle. I went to Liberty University too. That's also how we snuck booze into Liberty University. Yeah,
I will say that I say this just as I don't know how much stock I put in this anymore, but God bless your heart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For doing that at Liberty University. Woo.
If you have like weird, cute, like Star Wars, like accessories or clothes that you just like don't get to wear in regular life, like bring it to Celebration and wear it. Like you have like a weird, like Max Rebo tie or like Salicious Crumb dress or like wear it to Celebration. Like someone is going to come up to you and be like, I love your brooch, or I love your purse, or I love your backpack. You know,
Right.
like whatever the thing is. People will be pumped about it. I'm so sorry for your sister. I'm sure that we both have really good stories to tell.
Did she survive? Okay.
Someone in the chat is like, I just wear that to school. That's rad. But like, if you have that statement piece that you don't get to wear enough, bring it to Celebration where it's Celebration.
Right. That's the other Andy. That's Andy Lemire from Holo Chronicles in the chat there. Good to have you, Andy. Good to have fellow Andys on the show at the same time there. Real quick, the one thing I would say too, like you were saying, very great advice of make time to make sure you, again, take care of yourself, feed yourself, rest if you need it. Don't try to do everything because you're not going to be able to do it, and don't freak out about that. Is something I would say. Don't get the FOMO. You're fine. There's going to be tons of stuff to do. You're going to have a good time. I would also put make time to hang out with. I don't know how many you're going. If it's your first time, you may not know anyone you're going with. Maybe you will. Maybe you're going with someone. That's fine. Either way, you're going to make new friends.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to make new friends, and you will hang out with them over the weekend. So make time to. I would say make time to encourage those relationships and and grow those things, because that's truly, honestly, that's my favorite thing about Celebration. My favorite thing about Celebration the last time I went again was I met Scotty, I met Todd, I met I met so many people who are so near and dear to my heart. Some aren't going to get to go this year. But now I know so many more internet people that I'm very good friends with and everything who are going to be there, and you like make time for those relationships and things. And I don't mean to make you feel bad, Andy, because like I would be, we would be like hanging out the whole fucking time.
Well,
right?
I met people at Celebration that I then did not become friends with until Twitter, and then we found each other on Twitter, and it was like, oh, we have pictures with you from Celebration. I was Train Heist Han, and I was like, oh, I was Beckett, and like, so like you're gonna meet people in passing, you're gonna meet people that you really hit it off with in person. Absolutely make time, like carve out time to like marinate those friendships and invest in those friendships at the convention for sure.
Absolutely. You know what my favorite activity to do when it comes up on Twitter is to like I think a lot of us know Rick Villanueva on Twitter and everything. I think at Cad Bane's Bounty.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's one of the hosts of Tumbling Saber.
Nice,
I love Rick, and I have to, legally I have to say, like, I do love Rick, but legally I have to say that we have a beef going on continually.
Okay.
Because we just like you got to keep up the kayfabe.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Rick and I are in so many of each other's pictures, but we're like 5-10 feet apart. Don't know of you, and now we're like, if we only knew. It's like you're gonna have so many pictures from this time that you're gonna have friends you make after that you're like, we were right there next to each other. And I think I kind of love that, but at the same time I'm like,
I have like 100
what I know now.
I have like 100 pictures from Celebration Chicago, and I went through every crowd shot, super zoomed in, like CSI enhance to see if you or Scotty were walking by in the background of any.
Right.
Because I wanted to see if that was possible. But I could not spot you guys. But I checked
Scotty's
your
all over the
Scotty's all over
the Black Series video, the Black Series Rebels documentary they did. He's all over like one of their pin meetups and everything. So he's wearing a bright blue members only jacket.
Yeah, I was looking for the jacket. I checked what outfits you guys were wearing to see if I could find you in my pictures.
That's so awesome.
I was very bummed that I couldn't, but
I know. Yeah, it's fine. It's a fun Where's Waldo game when you get back.
Bring some Advil. Bring some freaking granola bars. Bring
a backpack to put this all in.
Bring some Snicky snacks. Bring some gummy worms or something.
Mm-hmm. I don't care if you're going in a group. Everyone take a backpack. That's my advice. Everyone take a backpack because
you're going to be buying merch.
Everyone should have a backpack.
Absolutely, yeah. Bring a backpack. Bring a purse. Pack comfortable shoes. I got some like waterproof shoes because I knew it was going to be raining a lot in Chicago, so that wasn't when I was like running around outside for like
It
sneakers.
was snowing a couple of days too, I think. Yeah.
So like
Miserable.
check the weather, beforehand. But yeah, you're going to be uncomfortable. It's going to happen. You're not going to be able to get all the merch you want. I desperately wanted the Celebration exclusive Legion figure. Could not get it. Which like, was I bummed about? Yeah. Did it ruin my con? Absolutely not. Know ahead of time that you're not going to be able to get everything you want. Stuff is going to sell out. It'll suck, but that's
There's
just
a
part of the
million
convention.
There's a million people that are us, or like thousands. It's thousands of you at a convention who want the same thing as you.
Well, even this shirt,
it's not
like
gonna happen for everything.
you said you wanted this shirt. It sold out in your size. I was able to get it.
Yeah.
Like there
I
was
don't know if
stuff I
I could have
wanted that I
afforded
couldn't
it
get.
at the
There was
time,
other stuff
but-
that I wanted that I did get.
Right.
Half Moth again, spouting wisdom in the chat. Get your COVID booster beforehand.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, do it.
I got mine I got one recently, so I'm I think I'm good. So I have to check on that. How long do those last? Anyway, this is not the place to hash that out. I'm sorry. I'll do a quick Google later. But yeah, no, listen. Yeah, make sure you're all up to date. Get your shots and everything. Have your your masks. Me and Scotty are gonna have Stay Bombad masks. Actually, we're gonna be wearing every day. So there you go. Those are just for us. Sorry, everybody. Those are Gerry and Scotty exclusive.
I would say like bring headphones. Like that's something that I'll do at a convention. Like when I'm stuck in a line, I will like listen to something. But don't do that at Celebration. Like just talk to the people in line around you.
You're gonna have so many fun conversations. I have so many. I was looking through my pictures tonight. I have so many pictures from a line. Like I befriended a mother-daughter. Like I think the daughter was like mid-20s and the mom was like there with her, and the mom was Leia from The Force Awakens and she was Rey in like the when she goes to meet Luke in like the second outfit she wears, the
Octo robes, yeah.
Like the cool vest and everything. And they were so cool. They were just like awesome. You're gonna meet so many people. Like you're gonna want to talk. I might end up carrying my sabacc deck with me. You could like start just playing sabacc with people in line because people will be like, "Oh, I know how to play this." I haven't honestly. I don't know how to play sabacc because I don't have anyone to play sabacc with. That's what I'll say. Anyway, there you go. Please be sad for me. It's fine. I'll survive.
So my last story about Star Wars Celebration is I was at PAX Unplugged and I was in line to get in. And I started talking to some people around me, and we were talking about different board games and this and that. PAX Unplugged is a board gaming convention. And they were like, "Oh, what's your next con?" And I said, "Oh, I'm going to Celebration 2019 in Chicago. I'm really excited to go. It'll be my first celebration." And they both looked at me, and they went, "I don't know why you'd go now after The Last Jedi ruined Star Wars. Like, we used to go to Celebration. We don't go anymore. And we think it's lame now." And I was like, "Cool, you guys are assholes.
Bye-bye."
Like, I just told you how excited I was to go. And that was your response. Like, don't talk to me anymore. And they're like, "Oh, what? Really? Like, that's how you're going to be?" I'm like, "Yeah, like that was incredibly rude of you. Like, even if you don't like the movies anymore, like that's fine, but don't like shit on me because I'm excited to go to this con." And I was like, "Oh gosh, is this what Celebration is going to be like? Is it just going to be people like being those types of fans and like
I was worried about
just
that
giving
as well.
people a hard time?" And that was not my experience at all. Like Celebration was full of people who love Star Wars, are excited about Star Wars. If there's something about Star Wars they don't like, that's fine. They're not moved on jerks about it. Yeah.
They were excited that you liked it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many conversations and it like I'll say this. Star Wars Theory, who I'm not a big fan of, and don't go looking up his stuff, whatever, it's fine. He was there. I walked right past him and I walked past someone shaking his hand saying like, "I really enjoy your YouTube content." And I was like, at the time I was already like, I don't like this dude, But even though you're not gonna, there's no freaking jets and sharks like going around like this, like about to like stab each other. Like nothing, none of that goes down. People are, and I know people are a little worried about this. And if any, I look, me and Andy aren't psychic. We can't see the future. But if I can, I don't think there's going to be anything like, I don't think you're going to have any trouble. I don't think it's going to be, if someone is, you're going to have like 500 other people who are going to come to your, like, have your back and say, no, stop that shit. You know,
I did not
I don't
see
think anything will
any,
happen.
I did not see any sort of drama. And like, there were rumors before Celebration 2019 that like, oh, well, this podcaster, this YouTuber said that they're going to like cause a fuss, and they said that they're going to do this or do that. No one does. No one does, because everyone there
They don't have
loves
the
Star
balls.
Wars.
Sorry, they're behind their keyboards. You know, like they don't care. They don't have the guts.
Everyone that went loved Star Wars and just wanted to have a good time celebrating Star Wars.
Right.
And it like, as someone who does not have a close relationship with their family, Star Wars Celebration is like a family reunion in the best possible way. That like, it is just
exactly
a bunch of people coming together to celebrate this thing and have a darn good time. And that's what it was for me. And am I like bummed that I'm not going to be there this year? Absolutely. Am I pumped that I'm getting married instead? Yes, I am. But I think everyone that's going is going to have a blast and have a good time for me, because I won't be there.
I'm telling you, I'm going to try to jump in front of as many cameras as I possibly can with that Bombay Cast mic going, Andy, hey, hope you never have a good time. You're like, but like, no, you're absolutely right. Like, listen, I know like Twitter, we can like get like all up on you. And look, I'm not excusing any shit anyone does. Like, there's a lot of people who do a lot of terrible shit on Twitter. This is different. This is different. It's a different feel. And it, like you said, like, you know, it is that found family. It is. And I said that just the other day too, like, you know, it's going to be like a family reunion, but good. And maybe you have great family reunions. I'm not trying to dog it, but, you know, like it is, it's that whole, like, Star Wars is about found family. It's about finding your people and surviving and thriving with them and things like that, like fighting for each other. And that's what Celebration feels like to me.
I think that some people in the Star Wars podcasting sphere and streaming sphere and the fan community in general, we can kind of get lost in our own little beefs and territory disputes.
We get competitive.
And there is some like genuinely horrific shit out there. And like, I'm not excusing that. There are people who cross the line into it no longer being like a petty squabble, and it's now something that is a real issue. I'm not talking about that. But the like kind of petty, kind of high school mean girl stuff that like happens, we kind of like get wrapped up in that. Celebration, everyone forgets about that stuff. Like Celebration is, it's like Life Day. Like, we're all here coming to Kashyyyk to see Chewie's family. Right. We're gonna put away our beefs. We're gonna have a good time. Maybe I don't like your show. Maybe you blocked me on Twitter and we don't get along, but like, it's Celebration. We're here to like good vibes only.
Right.
And
everyone has their thing. There's a thing for every taste out there. It's all Star Wars, whatever. And that's it. Yeah. Twitter beefs, whatever. Let's make this one the most loving celebration ever. Honestly, let's make it the most love. Let's like, and we can't hug because they've said that. You know, so but like, don't hug in the convention center, and you know, be kind to people who don't want to. Don't go like just hug people who don't want to be hugged. But like, I don't. Okay, now I've gone on a tangent here. But you know, no, let's make this the most kind celebration. I think be kind to everyone you meet. Even if you're grouchy or whatever, we're all on the same boat there. We're all Star Wars fans. Let's have a good time. Okay, let's have a good time.
Absolutely.
I'm pulling out my youth pastor voice that I used to use. You know, like let's all be kind. Let's have a good time. Okay, let's have a good time. Okay, and I'm pulling it back because I don't like when that gets out sometimes. So anyway, okay, Todd.
Love it.
Listen. I am thinking about starting like a hug brothel, like in a back alley or something, and like saying like hugs, like, hey, buddy, hey, you want a hug?
You go up behind the dumpster and get a Gerry hug before you go back.
Not scary at all.
A Gerry hug sounds like a Philadelphia like sex move.
Yeah. Well, and you know, that's what the glory holes are going to be back there as well. I think probably. I don't know. But listen, I'm not very upset. First of all, I'm not very imposing. I'm very small. I'm very small in real life. You can pick me up like a. I am 5'6" on a good day. I'm small.
I
SMOL.
did not picture this.
I'm
Wow.
small.
I just
You
found
think
out
I'm a tall boy?
I just found out Brian from Pink Milk was short, and that blew my mind too.
Brian, we're short kings. Yes.
Yeah. No, I had no idea.
Listen, and I hate to disappoint, but like me, Brian, Tamir Morrison, we're all short kings. It's fine.
Love that.
It's gonna be fine.
That's awesome.
And Scotty's my Chewbacca. I'm the Honda-ish Chewbacca, and like he picks me up and hugs and
See,
stuff.
I always thought Scotty had short guy energy. How tall is Scotty?
Scotty is probably about a head taller than me.
Okay.
He's not super tall. They're not like drafting him to play like on the Lakers or anything, while we're there. But I think that's another thing. Listen, you're gonna find out how tall all your internet friends are, and it's gonna rock your universe. I'm just saying. But anyway,
blow your mind.
Andy, listen, we've gone for almost 2 hours here.
Yeah.
And honestly, we could go for 2 hours more, but I think we've got real quick. If you've got any last minute questions in the chat, put them out real quick. I know we've got a few of you still hanging on here. But besides all that, if we don't have anything else, I think we're going to start winding down here. We're going to start kind of getting towards a natural ending because, listen, some of us have got to start preparing for celebration. We got to get some sleep and stuff like that. So, and some of us have to prepare for weddings. So we also have to get rest for those as well. But before we go real quick, would you like to talk about the Amidala initiative with me real quick? Let's do some plugs and everything like that. So I'm going to pull up this lovely art. Do you remember who this art was by? I don't have the name on me right here. And I'm sorry to throw you under the bus.
I'm sure I did before I drank all this whiskey.
I'm sorry. Right. Help us out in the chat if you can.
I do not know.
Lauren, I'm not ready for we're all short. Listen, the Amidala initiative guys, though. Sorry, go ahead, Andy. What were you gonna say, my friend?
They're doing really important work. It is a bunch of Star Wars fan creators have banded together to raise money to fight a lot of the horrific anti-trans and anti-queer legislation happening, specifically in Texas. Is kind of what kicked it off, but there have been horrific bills being passed all over the United States. They're starting to pop up
everywhere, and it's making me lose faith in a lot.
It's very upsetting.
People, yeah.
But yeah, it's been really cool to see fan creators get vocal and take action. Star Wars and Star Wars fandom has not always historically been super kind to queer people. So to see this amount of outpouring and support has meant a lot. And there's really cool ways to support the Amidala initiative. Some of it is by buying cool art. Some of it is by buying cool shirts. Or you can just donate money. You can just give money without getting anything neat in return. I'm very excited for the swimsuit fanzine, which is coming out, which is donating money to the Amidala initiative. If you're
so good.
If you're a little bit horny and you want to see your favorite Star Wars characters in swimsuits, in beautiful art, that's something you can buy, and the proceeds will be helping a good cause. Marvel used to do a swimsuit issue every year.
Really?
And it was awesome. Yeah, it was classy, but a little bit horny.
Okay.
And you can still find copies on eBay, but it was it was the 90s, you could do stuff like that. You could have Gambit in a Speedo, or like Rogue in like a Savage Land bikini. I guess you can't do that anymore. But
I didn't mean to make the face I just made.
I don't know if that was where this
90s
idea
Rogue
came
in a Savage
from.
Land bikini.
Yeah. I don't know if that's where this idea came from, but that's what I thought of when I saw it. I was like, "Oh, it's the Marvel swimsuit edition,
That's
but it's
fantastic.
all Star Wars characters."
Well, listen, are you a red-blooded human being that has a pulse? Yes. Then you will probably enjoy this because we all enjoy some.
The one preview page was Qui-Gon in a green Speedo. With a swim floaty.
That's so awesome.
And then the next page was Dooku in like an old timey one piece.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh my
Dooku
God.
would wear
I think I've
like,
seen that. Yeah.
like an old timey 1920s one piece. It's perfect. It's very good.
It's so good. Well, yeah. So go and again. So they got the GoFundMe. We've got like all these fantastic, this fantastic art, this fanzine, the swimsuit zine coming out.
A lot of really cool creative stuff out there that
really
people
cool
are
stuff.
throwing together to try and help raise more money for it. And it's really, really, it's really dark out there right now, and especially for queer people. And this is the sort of thing that, like, damn, the Star Wars fandom has really good corners in it. And so it's really, really neat to see the support. And if you haven't supported it yet, think about it. Help make a difference. I think that's kind of the root of Star Wars, is to, be selfless and reach out to people who need a hand, because we're all in this together and we're stronger united. So get involved.
Absolutely.
And if you're not in a financial spot to give, $5-10, I totally get that. There have been times in my life where I have been there. Retweet it, share it, tell a friend about it.
At Amidala Helps. At Amidala Helps, I believe, is the handle of the official like Twitter.
Yeah.
So go seriously, and I retweet the stuff all the time. Scotty retweets the stuff. Andy, like we're a lot of your favorite fan creators are retweeting this stuff and getting it out there. But just like, again, if you can't help with monetary whatever, please just help spread the word, because again, we need I don't care if you like Rise of Skywalker or not, we need the Citizens Fleet to show up and say, you're not going to do this shit to like, we're all in this human experience together. You're not going to do this. We're here to stand against it. So we need this, guys. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping me with that there. And thank you for coming on as well. I'm going to have you plug your stuff here. Let me see here. I don't think we have any extra questions or anything. We got Buck O'Brien has donated. Yes,
oh yeah, Buck.
Absolutely. Oh, your nephew. All right. Fantastic. Yeah, no, there are real people that this stuff is affecting, and we need to spread awareness. We need to spread the word. We need to raise money for this, and just again, please help us. Please help us do. Just help us get the word out, because that's. If you can't do anything else, please just do that. But real quick, okay, so Andy, please plug all the fantastic stuff that you have going on right now.
I do a lot.
And in the future, even if whatever you want to plug, honestly, you can plug whatever. If you want to invite people to your wedding, I'm fine with that too. But go ahead.
My first podcast is called Ending Pending. It is my fiance Evan and I, and our very good friend Ronnie, and we discuss television shows which have only lasted for a single season. And we're like crime scene investigators. We try and find out what worked, what didn't work, and why it got canceled. We just wrapped up Breaking the Rules and covering a 2-season show called Gallivant. And we just started a new show called Carnival Row. It's a really fun podcast. If you have a favorite 1-season show that we haven't talked about yet, let us know. We're always looking for new shows to cover. Thankfully Netflix keeps canceling amazing shows after 1 season, so that's handy for us.
Great. That's great. Yeah,
my second podcast is called Force Friends Rewatch. It's my Star Wars podcast. We talk about Star Wars television shows, and we trace a single idea through all of the shows. So we wrapped up covering every Mandalorian themed episode of Star Wars TV in chronological order, from Clone Wars to Rebels to The Mandalorian, and we're now doing Ryloth/Twilight themed episodes.
Ooh,
so we're in Clone Wars right now, but we're going to be doing Bad Batch and then Rebels, and we're having a lot of fun doing that. And then
there's some underrated episodes with on Ryloth.
There's some bangers in season 1. There's some bangers in season 1, and everyone always says skip season 1 and 2. Don't skip season 1 and 2. There's
no.
great episodes.
Watch it all.
There.
Watch it all. Be a completionist, please.
Buck just mentioned the Green Lantern animated series. Someone else was just telling us we had to do that, and I've been saying no because Kyle is my favorite Green Lantern and he's not in it. but maybe I'll have to get over myself and watch it anyway for Ending Pending. Because I've heard
content, baby.
I've heard it's great, and I think Guy Gardner is in it, and I do love me some Guy Gardner. So
okay.
My last podcast, and I do 3 podcasts. Don't do 3 podcasts, people. It's too much. It's too many podcasts. But my last podcast is called Good Neighbors. It's an actual play RPG podcast. We play a game called Monster of the Week. It's a modern day fantasy show that's horror themed. So there's monsters and there's creepy crawlies. And if you love stories that have themes of, like found family and people coming together to protect their community and overcoming trauma, we have a lot of those sorts of themes. It's 63 episodes long. We just wrapped. And compared to other actual plays out there, I would say it's very digestible. Critical Role has like 150 episodes a season, and they're all 4 hours long.
Right.
We have 63 episodes, and they're like an hour long. So it's much more doable, and I'm very, very proud of the work we've done on it. We just won some awards, which is really cool, and I love the show to pieces. If you do check it out, I think we really find our footing on the second arc, where we fight some weregators. It's set in Louisiana.
Holy
very
shit,
spooky,
that sounds incredible.
Very spooky, fun setting for us to dive into. But just like the Star Wars audiobooks, as our budget got better, we started, our producer, Ronnie, at Bristol Podworks, did some amazing work with sound effects and music and stuff. So just like with the Star Wars audiobooks, where like the music comes in and the sound effects of the blasters go off, as people are casting spells and shooting guns and breaking glass, that's all added in, which is really, really neat. Our production value, once we found our footing, I think our production value really picked up, and very proud of it.
So incredible. No, like, so go check out all of Andy's shows. And I know please sleep sometime. Because we want you to be healthy and safe and happy. But
this is why I have to do guest spots.
Congratulations.
It's the only thing stopping me from doing a 4th podcast is people invite me on their shows
sometimes.
So thank you for stopping me from doing a 4th podcast.
Hey, here at the Bombad Cast, we like to think that we're doing the Lord's work. So
you are.
It's fine. But listen, Andy, thank you again for stopping by for show, or not stopping by. Thank you for co-hosting tonight again, while Scotty was off on his yacht snorting cocaine off a stripper's ass. I don't know what he's doing right now. I'm sure he's fine.
I loved being Scotty tonight. It was nice to be Scotty.
You were fantastic.
Thank you.
I love it. I appreciate you being on here, friend. And guys, again, go check out Force Friends Rewatch. We will be back next week. I think I'm not going to speak for Scotty. I'll let him say if he's going to do a Bombad Gaming or not, but we're definitely going to be doing some Bombad Cast next Thursday. So make sure to stop by again. Go follow at Amadella Helps. Follow all the people, the awesome peeps that we've mentioned in the chat tonight. And you know what? I'm going to give you the honor yet again to give us the thank you, Todd. I'm going to give you the honor of giving us a good stay Bombad, my friend, if you will.
Right before I say it, I do want to say, chat, y'all were great tonight. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you all.
Blast. Yeah.
So much fun. You guys were so much fun. And again, this ain't a classy joint. You can say whatever the hell you want, okay? Please do. But
stay Bombad.
Woo!
Woo!
Did you say impossible? Pasquale? Only kidding, Junkie. I've changed my tune because I finally thought of a possible dream that we can all share.
What is it?
Pasquale? It's a dream about a world when nobody is poor or sick or hungry.
Oh, now that's a dream we can make come true.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right.
As I point up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
I see the kids in the street with
but not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A soundless disregard, a broken bottle top,
and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him if he'll change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer.
If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
Oh yeah,
I'm asking him to change his ways.
come on, change. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah,
I'm asking him to change his ways.
no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.
Time for us to take a break, but we wouldn't dream of being gone for